they've had comparable careers if you exclude, which you can't do, but I'm doing it for the sake of conversation. If you exclude the playoffs, their numbers are incredibly comparable. So when you look at the numbers, Shady, and you understand, same draft class, 3 starts apart, comparable touchdown-interception ratios, comparable passing yards, all things considered. Obviously, Jared Goff has played in the Super Bowl, lost the Super Bowl, went to an NFC Championship game, which Dak Prescott did not do. When you look at the comparable numbers, 2-5, does the fact that Goff got paid mean that Dak Prescott should get paid? Does it have any impact?
No. You know, in sports, bro, and I always tell you this, everything is not about numbers. Everything you just showed is numbers. What about the heart, right? Regular season, yeah, Dak plays well, Goff plays well. But when it gets crunch time in the playoffs, I see one player take his team somewhere they've never been. I see one player take his team to the playoffs and win. I see one player take his team to the playoffs, win, and then win again. Yeah. That's what I seen. I seen one player should have won the conference game to go to the Super Bowl, but the coach screwed up. The other guy on the bigger team, on the better team, gets to the postseason, chokes up. Pick. Looks way different from regular season. I see one guy gets to the playoffs and lose to the youngest team in the playoffs, the Packers. So you can always show numbers if you want to, but I want to see more than numbers. I want to know that the guy I'm paying and getting all this money when it's crunch time and it's the playoffs and we need to win on the road or at home, he's going to deliver. One guy can say that, the other guy can't.
But, Shady, you've been in the negotiation tables before. I was your teammate.
And cashed out. Ching.
You did. But I'm very simply wondering, like, when the Eagles signed DeMarco Murray after you went to Buffalo, he led the league in rushing, he got paid. I think he became the highest paid at the time, maybe by his overall deal. Should have been at that time.
It's questionable.
Okay. Well, Andy, can you help us answer that question off camera stats? Did DeMarco Murray become the highest paid running back at the time?
That, you see it?
I feel like 2-5, you could then go back to the market and be like, hold on a second now. He just got paid. I know what he's done. I know what I've done. Run me my money, too.
You doing it again?
What am I doing?
Numbers again. It's not about numbers. He go to that office to say the things that you saying. Jerry's going to say, hey, you're right? He got paid this. You probably should get that. And you bought out in the regular season. But in the playoffs, Dak, what did you give me? Because I gave you money before. Then the first time we did this money thing. What did you give me? See, the problem with the Cowboys is it's not that they don't want to pay Dak. It's that they don't want to pay Dak and get the same results they've been getting. Is that called insanity?
Yes. Same thing over.
Something like that. So my thing is, it's not about always the numbers, man, because I want to know that if I get this guy this money, for example, the Detroit Lions, not only do they give their quarterback that money, they pay other guys around him because they know that the future and the potential of this team could be Super Bowl. Yeah. They got it. You know what? Offense is solid. Let's go on the defense. Look at the Cowboys. I mean, every group of position they have is really, really good. They had 9 All-Pros. You can't get better than that. Right? Maybe the kicker. Kicker was pretty good. The placeholder. The water boy. What can they do? The water boy? I never heard of an All-American water boy. Anyway, all I'm saying is that the Detroit Lions, they play the quarterback and they can get better. The Cowboys, they can't get no better. They had the best. The point is your boy is really good in the regular season. And they come to the postseason, no heart.
For clarity, Shady McCoy was still making more money. DeMarco Murray signed a 5-year, $42 million deal, put him third behind Arian Foster and LeSean Shady.
Hey, James, and that was the second one. He ain't talk about the third one.
Ain't talk about the third one.
This ain't the topic.
Man, let me hold some.
James Jones, how much of an impact should Jared Goff getting 212 have on Dak Prescott?
This quarterback money crazy.
Man. It is.
It should have a lot of impact in a bad way for Dak. I think Dak Prescott should get...
What?
He should get Kirk Cousins money. I don't think he's in the ballpark that Jared Goff is. And what I mean by that is when people talk about James Jones, they'll bring up stats. They never go to wins because that's not a receiver stat.
There you go.
That's not a running back stat. That is a quarterback stat.
There you go.
Right? So when you talk about Jared Goff just took a team that has not been to the playoffs in 32 years.
32 years? I know it was that long. I thought it was 20 years.
And he took them to the NFC Championship game. He was the #1 overall pick to the Rams. That means what? You're the worst team in football. And he took them to the Super Bowl. He showed you that I'm capable of taking any organization. That's what he showed us. I'm capable of taking any organization deep into the playoffs and to a Super Bowl. That's what I'm capable of. Dak Prescott has not shown us that he's capable of taking a team on the run in the playoffs. And y'all know how I feel about Dak. But I don't think he should be in that number as Jared Goff because he has not accomplished that winning-wise. Like Shady said, you could put up numbers to make anybody's argument good. But when you talk about the wins and the losses, the only thing that matters for Dak is in the postseason. He has not delivered in the postseason. Kirk Cousins has it. Give him 180.
Yo, I'm gonna make room. Look, I can move your chair right here because you tripping today. I like how you know what I mean?
You like how I'm tripping today.
Yeah, you tripping on this side. So basically, you're saying Jared Goff, you can put him anywhere, put him in the jungle.
He showed you that.
He gonna have them lions follow him.
He showed you that.
I heard what you saying.
He showed you that. And that is why you pay a quarterback big bucks, because you think you're getting back to that game. We had Dak Prescott contract conversations because the Cowboys don't think he can get them to that game. That's the only hesitation why he ain't getting paid. Give him Kirk Cousins money, keep him as a Dallas Cowboys, continue to put good rosters around him. Hopefully something happens. But money-wise, I don't think he in that Jared Goff conversation.
No pressure, Joy Taylor. But James just cooked.
I mean, I don't know what I can add to this, honestly.
Yeah, he cooking food today. The noodles on
Cooking
the
with some
side.
spices.
Yeah, like
No cup of noodles today.
I mean, I honestly wasn't even looking at it from that perspective. I think Dak is going to get paid regardless, and I have a sneaky suspicion that he is actually going to get paid by the Cowboys. Again, I think that there are a few players that they are trying to sort things out with. They've got Micah Parsons to pay. They have CeeDee Lamb to pay. I think they do want to keep Dak Prescott. I think they'd like some different results in the postseason, but you do run that risk of being so good that you can't get a high draft pick and being so bad if you move on from Dak Prescott. So they're in this very weird limbo space. But as far as Jared Goff's contract having impacts on Dak, we knew Jared Goff was going to get paid. We didn't know exactly what the numbers were going to be, but it would have been more of a surprise if Detroit was like, we're not going to pay Jared Goff. So we knew this was coming. Jordan Love is eventually going to get paid. Trevor Lawrence is eventually going to get paid. Tua is eventually going to get paid. Dak Prescott is eventually going to get paid, whether it is before the season or after when he stays with the Cowboys and gets another huge bag at that point if he plays anything close to what he did this year, or with somebody else. I do agree with James as far as the money goes. I think because Dak has already been paid, and particularly been paid by Dallas and gotten the similar results, it is a weird space to be in to say, okay, you have similar numbers to Goff, but we know what Goff can do in the postseason. So I don't know how much of an impact it really has on him. One, because he's already been paid. Two, he's been paid by this organization. He's been paid and gotten the same results. I just don't think that they're the same type of player. They're close, but when you look at the numbers and then the team results, there's a big separator there.
I got a question, though, because James, you said Dak and Goff aren't in the same ballpark. Joy, you said I don't think they're the same type of player. I'm a little confused.
I thought I was waiting for me. I was
No, you didn't comment that I wrote down. I'm a little confused. Yeah. What kind of player is Goff? Because the reason I'm confused is, have we lowered the bar for Jared Goff so now he's exceeding it, in the sense that when he was in Los Angeles, he went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, he's a attending Super Bowl quarterback.
Yeah.
And Sean McVay, in powers that be in Los Angeles, said he's not good enough to win it.
Cool.
Sean McVay was right.
Yeah.
He went to Detroit. And though Detroit has won 3 games and then 9 games, and then Detroit did amazing things this past year, he still didn't win a Super Bowl.
Right.
If Dak didn't win a Super Bowl, we'd still be having similar conversations about Dak. Now, hopefully he would win another game, but if Dak didn't win a Super Bowl, we'd still ask the questions, is Dak good enough to win a Super Bowl?
No, but the difference is, the difference is, one, Jared Goff went to a Super Bowl, and yes, they did move on and win.
Mm-hmm. That happened instantly.
But we know how good Matthew Stafford is as a talent.
Absolutely.
Right? So Jared Goff did go to a Super Bowl, though. That matters. There's lots of really, really good players who have good teams that don't go to Super Bowls, and good coaches. It happens all the time. He did go and do that. And then he went to another organization and built them up every single year and did something that they haven't done in 32 years, which is go to an NFC championship game. Dak Prescott has not seen past the divisional rounds of the playoffs. So Jared Goff and him are not the same, because the Super Bowl is way, way, way different than the NFC championship game, which is way, 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 way different than the divisional rounds. And the NFC Championship game, as we know, is way different than the divisional round because the Cowboys haven't been there in 30 years. So there is a big gap when it comes to the differences between going to a Super Bowl and then taking the Lions, an organization that was not in the place that the Cowboys were when Dak got there, because no discredit to the amazing rookie season that Dak had, but Jared Goff did not go to the 2016 Dallas Cowboys. He went to the Lions. He got sent off. That is what happened. And he turned that into an NFC Championship.
Do you think, though, do we think that as talents, there's a sizable gap?
See, this is where that's where I don't get into the talent conversation.
It's not a sizable gap. There's nothing that, in my humble opinion, that Dak Prescott does better than Jared Goff. And when all else fails, let's say he can pick up a first down with his legs once or twice more than Jared Goff. Jared Goff is in Super Bowls and NFC championships. I fight for my life for one of the most talented quarterbacks to ever play the game, and he's only been in one Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to do. This man has been to one, and if his coach do the right thing, he's going to another one. We talking about a man that all we talk about is his rosters and what's around him, and he still can't get this accomplished, right? When we talked about Jared Goff's rosters, where'd he end up? In the Super Bowl. We're talking about Jared Goff's roster right now, and what was our topic yesterday? Is the Lions the best team in the NFC? Why? Because of what they have at the quarterback. The Dallas Cowboys have an excellent roster. Why we ain't talking about the Cowboys as the best team in the NFC? Because of the quarterback, and it's not because of stats, it's not because of talent, it's because of the wins and the losses.
Question, Shady, you're shaking your head.
Who stole James Jones?
He's
a blonde person?
He got arrested. I was in the dressing room. He got all these pills. Right? He go HGH. HGH make it better on TV? I don't know. But he might. But he's testing.
So are y'all suggesting?
Enhancements.
Are y'all suggesting that if Jared Goff was on the Dallas Cowboys, that the Cowboys would have been to an NFC?
We'd be stupid not to, because
Yes.
that's what Jared Goff has showed us.
Bro, and then they took a less talented team.
Yeah.
With no confidence. The one thing about the Cowboys, I will say this, they are a confident group. Why are they so confident? They haven't won anything. They have great players in there. Teams don't want to be playing the Cowboys. I'll be honest, they don't want to play the Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions, you don't mind it. Now, they got confidence too. And the last thing, you keep talking about these numbers. One guy beats, his heartbeat pumps. Same way in the playoffs, regular season. The other dude, you could tell he don't got that heart though, right?
In the playoffs.
Playoffs, they start losing. He's looking around. He's drinking water. He's all hot. I'm like, look, that's the Dak I know. When he winning, he's smiling, he's joking in the end zone. That's him, right? The regular season, that playoffs come, but you can't find him. He looking around the cameras. I be feeling bad for him, though. I do. But I know who he really is. He's heartless. Not the Kanye West heartless, like playoffs, no heart. Like,
He doesn't show toughness in the playoffs that you want.
You know what's funny? If a player played on his team, right? It's like, yo, every regular game, I could depend on Dak. He gonna ball. Get to that playoffs, you don't depend on him the same way. And you know players like that. I won't even name players I played with. Regular season, he gonna be phenomenal, right?
Break it down.
But if the game get hard and it get tough, right, and the pressure's on you, there's some dudes with pressure.
Shell up.
I'll give you an example. Deion Sanders, I won't curse, but I'll say he said, because he didn't curse, but he kind of cursed. He said, I was the type of corner that when the ball was in the air, I'm going to get wide receiver, it's pressure. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. There's other D-backs when the ball's in the air against a good wide receiver. It's like, oh, damn. Oh, that's Dak. Dak is, oh, damn. And Goff and other good quarterbacks in the playoffs, they like, hell yeah. They like it.
So when you're saying Dak doesn't have heart in the playoffs, you're saying
it's like no real toughness. I'm not saying heart as a person. I think he's a good person. I heard a lot of things he's done in the community. He's a good person, good heart, but football heart. Can I depend on him when the stuff gets hard? Right? Can I depend on you to back us up? Can you play the same way you play in the regular season when there's no pressure? All the pressure's in the playoffs. On the road, you got to win.
I kind of get where you're going with that.
You got to if you watch the game.
I don't want to necessarily say heart.
But when he explained it, football heart.
Only when he was talking about it right now is because a lot of quarterbacks get criticism for what they do on the sidelines, whether it's the Aaron Rodgers, the Tom Brady's, whatever it may be. We've never seen Dak grab one of his players in one of his faces. Let's go. We've never seen none of that. At least y'all can help me. I ain't never seen it.
I'll give you another one.
Like Where's that dog at?
Patty Mahomes, he's not the type to grab you by your feet. He ain't doing it either. But, yo, when the moment gets big, you see him rise. Josh Allen, right? Even though he hasn't had the same success, Joe Burrow's another one. When the moments get big in the playoffs, bro, you see them, they change.
True.
Cool, the pass game ain't working. I've seen Joe Burrow beat the Chiefs on the road, right, by his legs, breaking tackles. Like, as the moment gets bigger, he gets bigger. Yeah. He don't get smaller.
True.
They meet adversity. The other dudes, number 4 for the Cowboys, come on, man.
But
I think it's also a lot to do with situational football.
What you mean?
Like, the ways that they have lost these big games has been a lot of decisions.
On whose arm?
I mean, some of them have been calls, but a lot of them have been decisions. Like, when I think of the difference between a Jared Goff or a Dak Prescott, talent, that's why the talent conversation, like, talent's cool and talent matters. And if we're talking about, like, who has the bigger arm or who has better legs or whatever, like, who's stronger, taller, faster, whatever, okay, at the end of the day, most of those things are pretty equal when you get to the NFL. There are some outliers. Aaron Rodgers is an outlier. Josh Allen is an outlier. Lamar Jackson is an outlier. But there are, in the middle there, like Patrick Mahomes, he's not the fastest, but you don't never catch him. He's not the strongest, but he throws it as far as everybody else.
I got to throw Brock Purdy in there for what she's saying. That little dude, I ain't gonna lie, man, for him to be last pick of the draft, the game get tight, he played well.
There is something to situational football. I don't think that there is a massive amount of separator between any of the top quarterbacks in the league. As far as talent, strength, arm strength, like, everybody has things that they do special, but when it comes down to it and the moment is big, are you gonna make the right decision? Are you gonna win?
Yeah.
That's what made Tom Brady different than everybody else.
He's another one. Oh, my God. He's the best at that.
You know,
he put them
like to
Timberland
ruin
boots
the
on.
conversation.
We don't do no crying. Put them Timbs on, lace them up, and let's go.
Yep.
Your boy, he worried about, should I put these on? Should I put man, put something on, Dak. Go out there and play. Don't throw picks.
Do you know who to call when you need the hoodie and Timbs?
Go.
I mean, you can call me. You know that. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.